One day, she treats you like the center of her universe. Her texts are lightning fast and her smiles are warm. But 48 hours later, everything turns into freezing ice. She takes hours to reply with detached, one-word answers. It's a psychological whiplash that leaves you completely disoriented. You wonder, what did I do wrong? Here is the cold truth. In 90% of cases, you did absolutely nothing wrong. This isn't random. It's a highly calculated evolutionary test deep within female psychology. In this video, we are going to decode the 5 hidden reasons why women go hot and cold and how you can flip the dynamic entirely. Let's begin. Reason number 1, the evolutionary safety test. From an evolutionary biology standpoint, a woman's subconscious mind is naturally designed to screen for high-value traits before she fully invests her emotions into a man. When a woman shows a sudden peak of high interest and then immediately pulls away into total coldness, it is often an unconscious testing mechanism. She is intentionally creating a vacuum to observe your reaction under pressure. A low-value male reacts to the cold phase with instant panic. He sends double texts, asks, "Are you okay?" and displays deep emotional insecurity. He tries to force the warmth back because he cannot handle the temporary discomfort. By doing this, he completely fails the test. Her subconscious registers his reaction as needy, desperate, and fragile, causing her to lose attraction permanently.
A high-value man, however, remains completely unaffected by the drop in temperature. He maintains his emotional stability, mirroring her distance without anger or resentment. This response passes her subconscious test perfectly, signaling that his emotional stability and self-worth do not depend on her validation. He shows her that he is anchored and that her coldness cannot shake his world. Reason number 2, the dopamine crash and fear of vulnerability. Human psychology tells us that intense early attraction causes a massive spike in dopamine, the reward chemical in the brain. It is an emotional high that feels incredible, but it carries a heavy psychological weight. When a woman feels an overwhelming, sudden rush of attraction toward you, it scares her subconscious mind. To her biology, feeling this intense attraction means she is losing control over her own emotions. She realizes that you now hold a key to her happiness, and with that key comes the power to deeply hurt her, to protect her emotional equilibrium and regain her footing. Her psyche triggers a primitive defense mechanism. She pulls back to regain control and reevaluate her feelings from a distance. It's not that she likes you less, it's that she likes you so much that the lack of control terrifies her. She creates distance to convince herself that she is still independent. Reason number 3, cognitive reconnaissance. Sometimes a woman goes hot and cold because she is performing what psychologists call cognitive reconnaissance. She is quietly gathering data on your life status and your boundaries. When she is hot, she is collecting information about your focus, your ambitions, your routines, and your willingness to compromise. If she realizes during this warm phase that you are willing to put your entire life, your friends, and your goals on hold just to chase her, her internal valuation of you drops instantly. She goes cold because the mystery is gone and the challenge is over. She realizes you are too easily conquered. She needs to step back into the shadows to see if you possess an independent life, or if you are just another man looking for an external center of gravity. Reason number 4, the social shield effect and peer calibration. Women rarely make deep emotional decisions in complete isolation. Female social conditioning relies heavily on peer calibration and the opinions of their immediate social circle. When she is alone with you, she is hot because her genuine raw attraction takes over, free from outside judgment. But when she steps back into her daily social circle, she calibrates her feelings with her friends, family, or societal expectations. If her peer group has a different standard, or if she fears she is moving too fast, according to social norms, she will artificially trigger the cold phase to protect her reputation and slow things down. It is a social shield used to hide how deeply she is actually falling, allowing her to stay aligned with her environment while processing her internal emotions. Reason number 5, competing insecurity and validation harvesting. We must also address the darker, more manipulative side of dating dynamics. Sometimes a woman goes hot and cold because she is harvesting validation to fuel her own deep-seated insecurities. When her self-esteem drops, or she feels ignored by the world, she turns up the heat with you, pulling you in close to absorb your attention, your compliments, your time, and your emotional energy.
She uses your attraction as a mirror to reassure herself of her own worth. However, once her emotional tank is completely full and her validation needs are met, she no longer requires your energy, so she abruptly switches to cold. She treats you like a luxury switch that she can turn on and off based entirely on her internal emotional hunger, leaving you drained while she walks away validated. So, how do you break the mixed signals code and reclaim your power? The golden rule of human psychology is simple: never chase what is running away. The moment you run after something, you validate its decision to flee. When she goes cold, you do not lean in. You do not demand explanations. You step back. You match her space with absolute, effortless grace and zero emotional hostility. If she is testing you, your silence and stability will confuse her and draw her back. If she is scared of her feelings, your calm, unbothered presence will reassure her that you are a safe harbor. And if she is just playing games for validation, your sudden lack of attention will completely break her strategy, forcing her to realize that your time is a privilege that cannot be played with. But what if her cold phase isn't a test or a game? What if she is secretly displaying the 7 silent signs of attraction we decoded in our previous video, but you simply misread her natural boundaries? To understand the critical difference between a psychological game and genuine subconscious attraction, you need to understand her physical microsignals. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now, where we break down the exact body language cues she cannot hide, even when she is trying to play it cool. Watch it now and master the mind game before it masters you. Stay analytical.